All right, let's move on. A couple of seasons ago, Donovan Mitchell played huge playoff minutes for the Jazz after being selected 13th overall in the 2017 draft. So, Jonathan, which rookies are most likely to play significant playoff minutes this upcoming season?
Well, Tyler Herro is a guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing.
You're speaking my language, Givony.
Miami needs ball handling. They need shooting. I mean, Dion Waiters has played 120 games in the last 3 years.
Give me more Herro.
Goran Dragic barely played last year.
Yeah.
You know, you have Jimmy, who's going to handle the ball quite a bit, and then he's the perfect guy, honestly, to complement Jimmy because he's a great shooter. He can come off screens. He can also play pick and roll. He can handle it. He can move it, and I mean, confidence is not lacking.
Oh my God, he's got crazy swagger, this kid. Like it's funny, he should have been like a 1980s or 90s Miami Hurricane is what he should have been, like a football player with the kind of swagger. Michael Irvin would be proud of that kid.
Throw him into a playoff game, I could see him knocking down 3 or 4 threes and just, making the crowd go crazy. And so I think he's a guy that if the Heat do make it, I mean, they're going to have to stay healthy.
Right.
Will be interesting to watch. Other than him, Grant Williams. I
like Grant Williams, yeah.
You look at the Boston Celtics roster, they don't have a single power forward out there. And they're going to play a lot of Gordon Hayward at the 4, Jason Tatum at the 4, maybe Jaylen Brown at the 4. But Grant Williams might be their starting power forward right now. And they've said that he's looking great right now in training camp. He had an excellent summer league. His basketball IQ is so high. Physically, he's ready. He's experienced. He was one of the best players in college basketball the last 2 years. He's only 20 years old, so it's a guy that they're really excited about in Boston.
Low-key, I like their draft. I think Carson Edwards actually is an NBA player. I think more of a second-unit type player, but I like him as well.
Yeah, and Romeo Langford, their lottery pick.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget about the great Taco Fall.
Right.
Taco!
I mean, he had guys literally dressed in taco outfits at Summer League. Yeah, and
it's
it is Tuesday.
Different type of taco.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, let's head back to the college ranks for this last topic. Jonathan, which college freshman is most likely to fill Zion's huge shoes?
I don't see anybody, honestly. I mean, Zion is a once-in-a-generation player. A guy like that, you just can't expect it to happen year after year for you. Of course, yeah. But with that said, I think there are a few guys that are going to be very interesting to keep an eye on. James Wiseman, the #1 player in our mock draft right now, playing at Memphis, 7'1", athletic freak, incredible frame, can step out, can shoot threes, runs the floor, pick and roll finisher, can also protect the rim. I mean, physically a dominant player. After him, Cole Anthony. I mean, he's going to put up huge numbers. You saw what Kobe White did in Roy Williams' system last year in North Carolina. He's going to be, the ball is going to be in his hands, and he's going to be asked to do quite a bit for them. He's going to be an all-ACC player and potentially a top 3 pick. Other than him, Nico Mannion, Red Mamba from Arizona, another fun guy. Anthony Edwards from Georgia. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Kind of an Eric Gordon type, a freak athlete, can really shoot off the dribble. And then you have the international players, Theo Maledon, Deni Avdija, not college basketball, but it's going to be a funny year this year because a lot of the most interesting guys are not playing college.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you have so many European guys in that higher tier of prospects?
Well, the last 2 years have been really weak for international players. Other than Doncic, there wasn't a single lottery pick the past 2 seasons. There was only like 4 first-round picks out of Europe. That's like historically low. And so I think this is the year that the pendulum swings back, and we're seeing a really strong generation of European players, starting with Maledon and Deni Avdija, who are both important players already at the highest level of European basketball. And then you see the guys that flock to Australia, RJ Hampton, LaMelo Ball. I mean, these are players that would be, faces of a college basketball team right now. I mean, LaMelo Ball would be must-watch TV every night if he were on ESPN playing college basketball. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. We're going to have to tune into, wherever at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch him play with the Illawarra Hawks. But, Melo Ball is the guy that NBA scouts are going to be traveling across the globe to watch.
What kind of comp do you have for LaMelo Ball?
I mean, people compare him to his brother, obviously.
Right.
I mean, that kind of feel for the
game.
But
he feels like he's a better scorer than his brother, doesn't he?
Potentially. I mean, we'll see how the jump shot translates. We saw the Drew League stuff here. It's yet to be seen, how that funky form, is kind of going to work for him at the pro level. But, his basketball IQ being 6'7", being able to play pick and roll and pass the way he does, that's just special.
You're awesome, dude. This is why you're the draft expert.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.